you can make a case for it. I think he would have if he, and this is depending on if he wins the Super Bowl on this. You can pretty much put him right up there, maybe with Montana, and Mike could put him maybe a little bit above Elway in that case. What do you think?
He's the greatest of all time. If he pulls it off.
Okay.
This team, with all the adversity with Hernandez to Gronk to Wes Welker being, basically told that we're not giving you the money. I mean, I can't. I don't like the guy, but you definitely got to give him his due if he pulls this off.
Right. I know we both can agree upon this though, that this has to be his best season ever.
Oh yes, his best. See, if Peyton Manning didn't break as many records as he did, I think Brady would be your MVP.
Right.
But because Manning broke so many records, he's probably going to get it.
Right.
But yeah, definitely. And I'm surprised the MVP hasn't been announced yet. I mean, do they still? They have the award show.
Yeah, they're gonna have the award show the day before the Super Bowl, I think. So, that's gonna be when they'll announce those awards. But man, it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a really good one here, which I can't wait to see. Also, how the Patriots got here, they just completely beat the Colts.
Oh goodness, annihilation. But Garrett Blunt, man, talk about that Patriot system, man. It takes nobodies or people with potential and turns them into superstars. Man, 4 rushing touchdowns?
Yes.
Man, that's insane.
And I think it's like he had his 4 rushing touchdowns were about the same that the Buccaneers had all season. And again, it's just amazing. And we knew LeGarrette Blount had talent. We knew that he did. Coming out of Oregon, he was pretty good until that punch, and then it slipped him all the way down to being an undrafted guy. We saw flashes of brilliance in I think his rookie year when he was at Tampa Bay, where he was almost a Pro Bowl, I want to say too. And I don't know what happened his last couple of years at Tampa Bay, but he finds New England. He finds a system that puts him right there, plugs him in, and hey, he's doing very well. And hell, he's even doing well as a kick returner or something, which that still baffles me to this day. But yeah, it's 4 touchdowns though. You gotta give it up to him. And what I also find that which was crazy was Tom Brady didn't even have to throw a touchdown pass in that game either.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Now I want to ask you this, because I've been paying close attention to this on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
I almost want to save it for another part of the show, but I mean, why not tackle it now? Do you feel as if there's a racial bias going on with the way certain these young quarterbacks are being covered? Specifically, Andrew Luck and say RG3. RG3 gets hurt, has a up and down second year. People are saying, he's washed up, he has a bad year, he's not playing humble, etc., etc. Andrew Luck, he has a solid year, great year, throws a lot of interceptions though. Had a great comeback behind victory against Kansas City. And then this weekend he threw for 3 picks against the Patriots, and not too much was said about it. But do you think that there's some type of kind of bias between the way the two are being judged?
I will go ahead and say that there is kind of, because it might be either through racial, and it might also be through, I guess, the way that they both handle themselves. Because you have some people hate the attention that Luck's getting, and then you also have other people that hate the attention that RG3's getting. And maybe mainly it's because probably that they're not, they're stand-up guys or something. So, I mean, it's just crazy. What do you think?
There's a bit of a bias.
Mm-hmm.
Luck, people wanted to crown Luck as the next great QB.
Right.
I mean, let's be honest. When it comes to the great QBs right now in the NFL, the top faces, they're all white.
Yes.
I mean, we know we know the category: Brady, Breeze, Manning,
Rodgers. That's basically
that's the elite.
The Mount Rushmore.
The Mount Rushmore of quarterbacks right now.
Mm-hmm.
They're all white. Then you have your second tier. You have Big Ben. Eli Manning went good.
Yeah.
Who else? Romo,
Yeah.
Rivers.
Yeah.
Then you got the young guns. You got
Ryan.
Dalton,
Yeah.
Kaepernick, Russell, all those guys.
Yes.
You know, so right now, like you said, the Mount Rushmore is all white, and Luck fits that profile. You know, he wins. He's white. You know, doesn't really say much. Competitor, all those labels. And then you got guys like RG3, who's undeniably black. You know, but the people like him. though. People like his style. They like his attitude. But at the same time, he gets criticized for coming back too soon, not being. So I heard somebody say he's not humble,
which I don't.
Yeah,
I don't buy.
I mean, it's a lot of things he gets. Just all types of criticism. Now, at the same time, we see how the cards are played. Like we saw Kaepernick the other day got criticized by a journalist for having his hat worn back.
Yes. And yes, I'm glad you also pointed that out too. Which I mean, I just cannot, I can't wrap my head around this because honestly, if that's the way that Kaepernick wants to present himself, then fine, that's the way he wants to present himself. We know that as long as he's not doing anything illegal or anything else like that, why should it matter? Why really should it matter, to be honest with you? I mean, that's possibly just him. I mean, I saw somebody actually say that didn't we go over this 20 years ago with King Griffey Jr. Used to wearing his caps backwards and all that and stuff here. So this is kind of, in a way, the same thing, but, this is much to do about nothing. And that guy basically pulled the tweet down, and I think I'm about to go ahead and see if I can pull it back up again. But it pretty much says something along the lines of, Kaepernick, turn your cap around and act like a professional quarterback. Something like that. And again, it's just,
Well, the hat being worn back has to do with being a professional quarterback. That has nothing. I mean, we see that all the time. Hats worn backwards doing post games when teams, leave the locker room sometimes or win playoff games or Super Bowls. I mean, there's a hat. A professional. This man plays professional football. Is not a politician. He's not, a CEO of a Fortune 500 company. He plays sports. What's the deal about a hat? He's an athlete. I expect him to wear a hat. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's coding. It's kind of racist. I mean, Brett Favre never wore suits to press conference. I don't recall seeing Brett Favre wearing a suit during a press conference or after. Whatever you want to call it, post-game interview.
Exactly.
He wore team memorabilia or T-shirts or Wranglers and baseball caps. It's ridiculous.
Right. And I think, I was listening to Dan Le Batard's show earlier today. I guess it's maybe mainly the reason why people have something against it. And I'm not saying I'm not trying to rationalize anybody's behavior on this. I guess in a way, he's kind of like a rebel. It's like somebody that you've never seen before. You've never seen a quarterback really act like this. But then again, he's not doing anything wrong.
You mean Cap?
Cap. He's not doing anything wrong.
Yeah, you're right. As far as the way he carries himself, yeah, I would agree with that because a lot of quarterbacks, even the black ones, even Michael Vick, they weren't as, as unapologetic as Cap looked sometimes. Now, Vic did have braids and stuff like that at one point, but he was more...
Same for McNabb.
Yeah, McNabb. They were more kind of laid back, but yeah, Cap is undeniable. He's himself. And I can't fault him for that.
Exactly. And we need more people like that in this day and age, too. So, again, it's just trivial and stuff, and, I mean... and again, just like we said about Peter King, keeping on talking, criticizing Cam Newton.
Yeah, unfair criticism. I mean, this is the same guy that I think, I want to say 2 years ago, he picked the Super Bowl to be between the San Diego Chargers and the Atlanta Falcons. I mean, completely wrong. I don't even know why Peter King is put on his mantle as one that NFL's lead. His information is never breaking before we hear it from Chris Morrison or any other NFL insider. His predictions are wrong. He jumps on bandwagons. He's never one to make bold proclamations anyway.
He loves himself some Brett Favre.
He loves Brett Favre still to this day. He's one of the last crusaders of this good old boy era in the NFL, if you ask me. I just think I'm ready for it to fade. I'm ready for more young writers or more young people to come. We need more Bill Simmons. We need more. Trying to think of other guys that cover the sport. Just more younger people covering the game because this system is so old. I'm so tired of the love affairs with certain quarterbacks and the way the game used to be played, and just this old school mentality. I'm sick of it.
Exactly, and most of these people just need to have, I guess, kind of a new age approach to most of this stuff right now. I mean, see both sides, stuff like that, rather than just, like you just said. So there's that. By the way, you can also get a hold of us, for those that's listening to the show. You can get a hold of us call us up at 408-657-0506. That is our call-in number. You can also tweet us at Primetime2832 or Uptown Bobby, or Skype us at Primetime2832. Get your voice heard on this topic, because I got a feeling that this is going to be a very good hot button topic as well. But yes, like you said, it's just one of those things that we continuing to have to go through. But right now, it looks like that more and more black quarterbacks are coming out this day right now. And it looks like, I think we had about 9 started off the season opening day. So at least that's an improvement right there. And we're guaranteed to have another black quarterback in the Super Bowl this go round again. So, again, we're making progress. Not as big progress as we expected it, but slowly but surely we're making progress.
Yeah, it's slow, but yeah, you're right about that. And at the same time, it's so frustrating because you don't want to play the race card. You don't want to, necessarily make it a big deal, but when it's so obvious and you just see it. It's so apparent that it keeps happening. You have to say something. I mean, it was such a stupid comment, and he knew it was a stupid comment that he deleted it.
Exactly.
Head backwards. That has nothing to do with playing football.
And again, I hate to play devil's advocate, but what if it was a white quarterback? Would have had all these tattoos, they had the hat backwards, and possibly wearing a leather jacket. Now, what would be said about that?
He would be the NFL's bad boy. It would be sold differently. Like Jeremy Shockey. Jeremy Shockey would do the same thing. He had the tattoos. He had the swagger. It was never act like a professional. It was always, Jeremy Shockey. He's so rough around the edges. He's so tough. He's a man's man. He's a bad boy. Things like that. So, I mean, it gets marketed differently.
You're right. So, I mean, it's just one of those things, too. I guess now comes our time to make our predictions. First, starting off, NFC Championship. I think the NFC... Well, let's start off with the AFC, since it's going to be first. Broncos, Patriots. I can already know.
Yeah, I know my prediction. I should go first. I definitely win. In a close game, I'm going to say about 3. Maybe less than that. I'll say 24-21 maybe. I just don't see that. I don't see Denver losing to. I just can't see them losing to New England again, especially after an embarrassing loss. I think they find a way to come back and just make people forget about that. I think they want redemption that bad. At the same time, this could be Peyton Manning's last hurrah.
Right.
I don't think he's not gonna eclipse next year. I just think this has to be it.